Will you please welcome Mr. Freddie Foreman?
I've got to say this is the first time I've ever done this sort of thing, so you've got to bear with me. You know. But it's so nice to be here, and when you reach 70, it's nice to be any fucking where, really. But, especially after having a triple bypass, you know, which is a year ago today. But I'm getting fitter all the time. But yeah, all right. See, you can tell I'm not professional, can't you? But you know, ever since I was a little kid, the name of Sheffield. It's the first time I've ever been to Sheffield, I must say. But I've probably passed through here a few times. And I've been to places like Durham and Leicester and Yorkshire and places, but you know, it was always looking through the window of a fucking meat wagon, you know. My missus used to say to me, oh, it's a lovely little town here in York, you know, cobbled streets and restaurants and all the rest of it. I used to think, well, you know, I never saw any of that, you know. Even Leicester was a nice town, but all over England I've been travelling down to Her Majesty's pleasure, of course. But when I used to hear the name of Sheffield when I was a little kid in the 30s.
In Rio.
Huh?
In Rio.
In Rio, fuck it, oh yeah, in Rio.
He was right from Sheffield.
Yeah, was he? Anyway, out here? Oh, that one, yeah, I know that one. But then I'm going back further than that, Joe. I'm going back to like when I was a kid in the 30s, when my father was coming out of the 1418 war. He was in the Kingswell Rifles, and he was on the Battle of the Somme. And when they used to walk along the trenches, and they used to say to him, the lieutenant or the captain used to say, come on lads, he said, fix bayonets and give them a bit of the old Sheffield steel. Right? Now that must register with the people who live in this part of the city of Sheffield. All the olders here too, right? Okay. He said, those Jerrys don't like a bit of Sheffield steel. And that was so true. And all through my life, the word kept coming up about Sheffield, the city of Sheffield. So I've got sort of a feeling about the town. But with, when you go back to in London, all through the war in the 40s and up to the 45, and then it was the same thing again. That was always mentioned with the fixed bayonets. It was always made from Sheffield steel. And I know it's an industry, it's probably not here. I don't know. Is it still going today? You tell me. It's closed down, all those iron founders. Fucking shame, yeah. Is it? Yeah. But even then, in London, they used to say, you know, when I come out of the nick on several occasions with all the muggings and things like that, first thing they did was go and get yourself a bit of Sheffield steel in the shop, you know? And you did, you know, because you felt a bit comfortable when you got that in your pocket. You felt, okay, who's the first one who comes on here, you know? And just prepare for it. And as the years go on, all us people in London, they still say it. The Cockney expressions still come out with these words. They say, I'll give them a bit of the old Sheffield. You know, they say this in London. I'm not kidding you. Even to the point now, I've got a bit of Sheffield still in my pocket, yeah. You know, we used to buy these as Christmas presents to one another in London. And then when I look on it here, and it's got there it says here, made in Sheffield. Made in Sheffield. And it's, the eyes are not too clear. What's it say? Tailors?
Yeah.
What's it? Can you see it? Have a look at that. What's it?
You said you can cut anybody you like. Oh, Fred. The other thing I was saying from Sheffield, I had a beautiful young lady from Sheffield called Ashley.
We don't want to hear about this fucking drama.
She was so beautiful, I had to pack her in. My temperament
They don't lock on you these times, you know that. They can't cut your hands.
I'll tell you what, Fred.
Any questions for Mr. Freddie Foreman?
Thank you very much.
Questions, then? Any questions? Any questions?
Any questions? Yeah, any questions, anyone?
Anybody? Yes, the gentleman down there.
I'm willing to answer. I've said it all on TV anyway.
It's not guilty.
I don't know. It's show business now. You say
Oh,
what you like. As long as you don't hurt anybody, as long as you don't do anyone any harm, say what you fucking like, because it's all, you're getting a few quid out of them, you know, so let's do it. And as long as you're not putting anything in it, I've got nicked for a year over just saying a silly thing on television. And they tried to bring in the double jeopardy law to try and, you know, put me away again, but it didn't work. Because, you know, it's back to showbiz, you know, so you've got to put it down to that.
Fred, we're back just yet.
One question at a time, please.
Here we go. Hold up. Who's going first? Go before me, go on.
How many went to sea?
Well, you've got to ask Johnny McGee, he seems to know more than I do about that, you know.
You get the chicken, right? You could be next.
No, what are you talking about?
A gentleman down there.
One or two, anyway.
Brother.
Anyone else, no?
Technology.
Technology.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, you know, I mean, please, you know, when I was a thief years ago, all I wanted to do was get enough money to go straight and put my kids through a good schooling, give them a good education, and that's all I wanted to do. That's why I was a thief. I left school when I was 14 years of age after the war. Had no education, no qualifications, fucking hardly read or write, you know? So I had to get a living the best way I could. And when you're getting married and you've got a couple of kids around you, you've got to put bread on the table. And you've got to go out and get it somehow, haven't you? You know? And that's exactly what I did. And unfortunately, you know, I progressed and I wound up getting the biggest pay packages in British crime, you know? So I'm not complaining about that. But the trouble was, you see, when the first wife used to come and visit me in Full Sutton, she used to say to me, yeah, you know, if you've done any bird, you say you get accumulated visits, don't you? You know, you save a few up so you can have them all in one go, you know? So they can stay in a hotel and visit you each day, right for a week, you know? So, of course, that was all right, but my missus had to come all the way from Spain. So when she came over, she said, well, you know, we've had 4 or 5 visits this week. Where have you been staying? Well, I've been staying in Dorchester, I've been staying, and then but the best place is in Selfridges, in Oxford Street. You know, yeah, is it really? How much it cost this time, you know? About 14, 15 grand every time we had a visit. So, of course, the time you get out of the nick, you're fucking skint, you've got to go back on the payment again.
Fred, there's all these missing people. Where's, you know, what, do you know where exactly
at? You're right, fuck me, I didn't know because you're
where's exactly at?
Well,
there's loads of missing
Jack
people.
went out with where the fish is. I mean, he fucking dumped him on my doorstep, this geezer next door. Which I could have done without. But if this had costed me 10 years in the fucking nick.
One not guilty. One question down there.
Can we have questions whenever the microphone is? There's too many people asking questions.
Okay.
Ready?
All right, thanks very much, everyone.
No, I thought you were all them bodies.
Pardon?
I'm only kidding.
Well,
Freddie, a man that shares your initials.
yeah,
Frankie Fraser.
well, he's a piece of shit.
Question answer.
When I see him, I'm going to jump all over him.
Any more questions? Come on, here we go.
That's it.
Well done, Fred. Well done.
Gentlemen, Mr. Freddie Foreman. Thank you.